Hi guys, welcome to Charmy's Bookcase, where I, Charmy Terrell, review and discuss books I've read. And today we have a special guest, Brenda!
Hey! Happy Retroween, witches and ghouls!
Oh my god, I can't believe it's like the end of October. It went by so fast.
So crazy. You know I'm all for the spookiness. And it's almost over.
So for the last Retroween episode, we're going to be discussing the book Mexican Gothic
By Silvia Moreno Garcia.
Yes. I would like to say, I chose this book because I just liked the way it looked. I just liked the cover. I did not know anything about this book when I first read it.
Yeah, when I read this book, I was like, this is not where I thought this book was leading me
either.
At all. Yeah. It's a good mix of supernatural, suspense,
thriller,
gross growing plants.
Yeah.
Ruins vibes.
Mexican Gothic is a historical fiction novel set in the 1950s in Mexico. From here on out, this video will contain spoilers. If you wish to read the book and don't want to be spoiled, then you should stop watching now.
Like right now.
Yeah. Without further ado, let's get into it.
The story follows a girl named Noemi who makes a deal with her father. For context, Noemi is a genius socialite, but she is very flaky and can't hold on to one idea or pursuit for very long. And now she is pursuing a master's in anthropology. Her father agrees to help her pursue this if she agrees to check on her cousin Catalina, who has been sending them strange messages.
Her messages say that he's trying to poison her, there's ghosts in the walls, there's mold and rot everywhere, that the family is trying to keep her there and won't let her leave.
First of all, red flag number one, why the f y'all got mold everywhere?
I know, right?
I'm just thinking about the inhaling of mold daily, and no. Inhaling mold daily can make you even see stuff like that, so it's kind of just like, y'all got money, but we living in this dump. I'm just saying. Catalina has recently married an Englishman named Virgil and moved into his home called High Place. First of all, I just did not like the title of this place.
High Place?
Yeah,
it gives the wrong impression.
I don't know. I just thought, it was gonna be this
elaborate,
nice, fancy place, and it was just
a dump.
Yeah, couldn't say the best myself. A dump. There he lives with his aunt Florence, her son Francis. I don't know what's up with the F names, but okay. And the patriarchy of the family, Howard, who is 100 going on 1,000.
Seriously.
No, girl, seriously. Seriously, I took some notes and I literally described Howard as a cross between Darth Sidious and Fiona Good.
Oh my god, yes.
that part on SpongeBob with the stick in the chair.
Yes.
That's exactly who I pictured was Howard Doyle.
Or if you ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that old man.
Yeah, that decrepit old man. That's who he is. Okay,
yes,
just think of the oldest thing ever in your entire life, and that's who Howard Doyle is.
Yes.
Off the bat, this place and this family is giving me Get Out / Skeleton Key vibes.
It really was. And also the family from Ready or Not.
Oh yeah, it's y'all are being so
weird
and secretive and suspicious. That's wild, because what the heck?
At that point, I would have left the house immediately.
I would have seen that house and I'd be I'm snatching my cousin.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, something, because we not doing this. The house is filled with mold and fungus.
Yeah, it's dirty as hell. Where's the maid at?
All I could think of is the ruins and how it just grows like that, and I'm just thinking of mold just growing around. Oh my god,
that movie, that movie makes me twitch.
This book was making me itchy sometimes. Noemi stays in the creepy house trying to get help for her cousin that desperately needs it. She is told about the sketchy history of the Doyle family and even starts having creepy dreams about them. Yeah, see, no, because when you start invading my mind, we have a problem. Why are you in my head?
This isn't Professor X, okay?
Right, it's bad enough I have to see you on a daily basis, but now you're in my mind. Mm-hmm. She encounters the family crest, a snake eating its own tail. All right, this gives me Slytherin vibes.
Oh, yes.
Slytherin.
But you know what?
Slytherins.
Now that you mention it, yeah, this whole family does give me Slytherin vibes. This is something a Slytherin would do.
Except for Francis, he gives me Hufflepuff vibes.
He does. Oh my god, we should. And you know what, Naomi?
She gives me Ravenclaw.
Yeah, she's Ravenclaw.
But she gives me Gryffindor qualities too. But I will put her in Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
This is not what we wanted to do. But we're just gonna place them in houses.
Yeah, let's put the characters in the different Hogwarts houses.
And if there was an evil like epitome house, that's where Howard Doyle would be. Like,
Yeah.
I just hate him so much.
He's not even Slytherin. He's worse than a Slytherin.
I hate him more than I hate Thanos, and that is a lot coming from me. Okay.
Yes, my sister hates Thanos.
Hate him
with the deepest part of her soul. She
so
hates
deep.
him.
Ew.
You're right, in my opinion.
Noemi endures racist debates and sexual assaults, creepy dreams while trying to figure out what is going on with her cousin.
And like during the racist debates though, I was getting really mad reading those books like, shut the fuck up, Howard.
Literally. I swear, I feel like I would have just stared at him like blankly until he was uncomfortable. Just like staring at him and just blinking and blinking until he's just like, yo, you good? Like, no, I'm not. Do you see how I'm making you feel uncomfortable? That's how I feel right now talking to you.
Yes.
You skeleton creepy fuck. The Doyle family moved from England to Mexico in search for wealth in mining. Howard Doyle became sick and went out searching for a cure to his illness. Instead, he found this fungus that had the gift to prolong life. The locals were using it to cure their wounds, but he wanted it for himself. Yeah, typical colonizer mindset, you know?
That's also the thing I really liked about the book. Like, this could be like my American schooling, but like, I don't know what happened in Mexico in 1950. Like, I don't know nothing about Mexican history.
I don't know. I know a little bit, but I wouldn't know, like I know, like, the Mexican Revolution.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't know where on the timeline to place that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking it was, like, late 1800s, but I don't really know for sure.
Yeah, and we don't know, like, every little thing that happened.
You know, America, they're just going to tell us their history.
Yeah, the things that were important to them.
And then everything that other countries did wrong.
To make themselves look good. Yeah.
He took the fungus back home where he let it grow all through the house, causing a spiderweb effect, capturing the memories and subconscious of all those who came in contact with it. So he performs incest, marrying his sisters and having incest children. To gain eternal life, he puts his subconscious in the web known as the gloom. He then puts it in one of his children. You know what? This is a side note, but every time I think of the gloom, I think of that Sailor Moon season where like they had Anne and I cannot remember.
Oh yeah, Anne and what's the brother's name?
Oh, I can't remember what the brother's name
I want to
is.
say Aaron, but it's not right. Anne.
I don't know. Anne and something, but like we'll literally put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
But
them two right there.
Yeah, they had like this tree and they were feeding it like negative energy, and it was called the gloom. But like he really wanted positive energy, but they didn't know that.
Well, he should have wrote that down.
I don't think he could. Well, he could talk. He'd end up later talking. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't say anything. For generations, he has been taking over his children's body to live forever, as if the incest was bad enough. If you don't get it, think about Get Out, but instead of a surgeon swapping out your brain, it's the fungus doing it. The fungus also allowed him to control others, but not all at once, or it would be exhausting for him. Tragedy struck, or maybe not tragedy, because this man definitely deserved it. But one of his offsprings grabs a rifle and went around the house killing family members. She shot Howard, but it didn't kill him. It just injured him badly before she turned the gun on herself and shot. And it's crazy because like I read this book twice. So I read it like beginning of this year or last year, and then I reread it for our podcast episode. And the second time I read it, I realized that he controlled her to pull the trigger to shoot herself. Like I just thought she killed herself. Like, hell no, I don't want to be in this house or have anything to do with this family. But as I read it again, I was like, oh my god, he used the leftover power he had to make herself shoot herself. Because I don't think she was gonna kill herself. I think she was gonna kill him and then just dip. Yeah.
Just leave.
Yeah, go find her lover,
who he also killed.
He did?
Yeah.
Dang, I was hoping that he really ran away.
No, he did.
Dang.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. No, I was really hoping that like he like threatened him like you need to leave now. Like, okay, I'll leave.
No, he did.
Dang, she should have double tapped like his zombie land.
I know, right? Zombieland taught me a lot. Double tap, check your back door, your back seat, like.
Bro, it would have been a shotgun round to his face, like and then two, right?
He don't have a face.
Yeah, it would have been no head left. Like it would have just been nothing. They tried to have more children to further the line, but they were met with miscarriages and death. So they started looking outside the family, which is where Catalina and Noemi come into the picture, to give birth to the next generation of Doyles. Ew.
Yeah.
But that's not all of the Doyle family's atrocities. Howard had his sister and wife mummified, alive, I might add. She was forced into this coffin and couldn't get out. It was horrible to read about.
It really was. Like, the way they described it in the book, they buried her alive, and the fungus started to sprout from her dead body. Like,
ew, I'm literally... Okay, so, like, in high school, my teacher made us watch this, like, documentary on flies, and it's like the gross ass mold that, like, from the inside out, like kills the fly, and we watched it like come out of the body, and literally right before lunch. But I can't remember who we were, whoever my biology teacher was, but you suck, okay? Right before lunch. And so we watched that, and now like when I read that part, I just pictured like it just sprouting outside the body, like oh,
like the mummy from the Mummy, how they like buried him alive with those things eating him alive. Like,
just imagine him just busting out of his mouth though, the opposite way, like that's what it's like, the opposite way. It just
instead of going inside the mouth and went out.
Coming out of you, like, oh, so disgusting. I don't know if they make a movie of this. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
I know, right? That's the thing. Like, if they ever made this into like a movie or TV show, I'm gonna skip this part.
I would literally have to read the synopsis to figure out where that part is gonna be in the movie so that I can look at it, because I'm gonna be itchy. I'm gonna be so disturbed. Mushrooms already disturb me. I mean, I like to eat them, but I hate watching them grow.
I actually don't like to eat mushrooms. I don't like the texture.
Yeah, they suck. The fungus needed a consciousness to latch onto in order for the gloom to appear. In the end, Noemi and Catalina killed the family except for Francis and burned the house down, destroying the fungus and its hold on them. The end.
Yay! Yay! Happy ending. Except for like, how are they gonna explain that to the cops?
Girl.
Like, it just... Like, they said that they blamed it all on Virgil. I'm like, there gotta be evidence somewhere that he ain't a part of.
Yeah. Even though I cannot stand Virgil. Like, his arrogancy. It was still Howard for me. That was the worst.
Yeah.
Because
even though his old ass can't move.
That's what makes it worse. He's so arrogant and he can't even move.
Talking all this smack. You can't even stand up and say it to my face.
You literally look like you're just dying in this bed, which you are, and you got the nerve to talk to me about perfect genes. Like, did you look in the mirror?
Because you did not age perfectly. That's for dang sure.
You look like, Darth Sidious.
So in my opinion, was this book scary?
It wasn't scary, like terrify me at night. Like,
yeah, I didn't stay up at night thinking about it.
Right, but it was thrilling. Like, it had that thrilling aspect.
I think it was scary, like the way Get Out was kind of scary. Like, Get Out wasn't scary, it was just the people in it that were scary. Like, the people actually have the mindset to do this, to kidnap somebody and to do this, and like feel they'll get away with it.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like is scary. The human mind, that's what's scary.
Yeah, no, for real.
And what it will do to like stay alive.
I don't like things that mess with you psychologically. So living in a house that's just like you can't tell reality from your dreams. Yeah. Like, that would drive me insane.
You're like, when she started sleepwalking. And
yeah,
like, how did I get
and
here?
All this stuff, and like even the things that like the scene with her and Virgil in the tub, and not really happening, but her thinking it's a dream. Like, no, I don't like that, because first of all, you just violated me. Second of all, like, I can't tell my reality, and that's like losing my mind is what scares me.
Yeah, like you're no longer yourself.
Right, like now I'm questioning everything. Like, who am I? Am I real? Like, everything like that. No, don't like it.
Hands down, my favorite character is
Noemi.
Yeah.
Noemi is definitely my favorite character. There are so many parts in this book where I was like, girl, same. Like, I relate relate so much, because girl, same. Would have did the same thing.
There's this one part, like, when he was like, where is it? Part where Virgil goes up to her and he's like, Florence is right. You deserve to be slapped and taught a few lessons. And then she responds, if anyone's getting slapped in this room, I assure you it won't be me. Like, yes, queen!
Yes, queen! Tell them. Tell them, Doyles, what's up? Right. You know, you is Noemi, girl.
Yes.
There's a few other ones that I want to say that she did. Another thing about Noemi was she's me. Like, she says stuff that like pops in her head, because there's this scene where like she's smoking and Frances comes in and she's like, why are you smoking when you know it's forbidden? And Naomi's like, yeah, well, I guess the better question is, what the fuck is going on with this house? Like, girl, like, I don't give a fuck about smoking. Why is your house doing this? Like, that's great. I know I'm not supposed to smoke, but I gotta smoke because living here is terror.
Like, I'd rather smoke than inhale that fungus you've got here. Yeah, Naomi was a real one. Like, She was like, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out talking my shit.
She definitely talks hella crap. She's me. Like, I'm gonna talk all this crap, even though there's a possibility that I might die, but I'm still letting you know how I feel. You're about to hear this mouth.
So Noemi and Francis's relationship, it was okay. Like, was I really over the moon when she kissed him at the end? Not really.
I mean, I was happy. I was happy because, like, she finally met somebody who wasn't superficial like her.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like she needed that counterbalance because, like, she sometimes would be on her high horse, like, and honestly, this experience definitely humbled her.
Yes.
But I'm just glad that she was able to meet somebody who was the total opposite of all those people that she's dating, who, like, her tricks didn't really work that much on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he was smitten by her, but. I don't know, like, he just wasn't, like, groveling at her knees, like, you know.
Yeah. I also like that he wasn't handsome, like, you know, always in the romantic movies.
Yeah.
The man is incredibly handsome, and he's not. Like, she even points out his ugliness, which is not nice.
She didn't say he was ugly. She just was
she thought it.
She was basically saying that he was plain compared to, like his handsome brother and, like, all the other
his
guys.
Uncle, whatever, cousin, whatever,
family.
They family on both sides. It doesn't
right, ancestral family member. Yeah. That's what the vibe I got, that, like, he was just not attractive. He was just like your plain Jane, but
even plain Janes can find love. This gives me hope.
Girl, bye. You're not plain Jane, but I do like it because it was, I don't know. They got to know him. You know what I mean? Like, literally through trauma, get to know him. Not saying they trauma bonded. They might have trauma bonded, but before the trauma even started,
they were bonding.
Getting to know him and really liking him for who he was, not for what he could do for her.
So, like, one of the biggest things I didn't like about the book was, like, all the fungus talk and, like, that.
You know, what I didn't like about the book, and I don't know if it's the time period, was the amount of big words that I had to stop and look up because I didn't know, like, what she was trying to say.
Yeah.
I was just like, huh?
Every 5
seconds. I looked
seconds.
it up. I was like, yo, she could use a simpler word. But then I'm like, is this the time period where they, like, just talk, they just not talk out of their asses, but, like, basically, like, try to make it sound
like they're better.
Like, they're intelligent. They're, you know, higher than you. That's the vibe I was getting. But I don't know if it's a time period or not. I just know that there were quite a few times where I had to put the book down and be like, what does this word mean? Even using context clues, I was like, what does this word mean? I know,
because sometimes there wouldn't be context clues. Right. Just be that word and nothing around it, and I'll have to guess what it is.
Right, because I can use context clues. Even if I don't recognize the word, I can use the context clues to understand what they're saying, but sometimes I couldn't. That was the only issue I really had with this book. I mean, the fungus grossed me out too, but yeah, that's just the only parlance I had. I mean, Howard talking. Anytime Howard talked,
anytime he appeared in the room.
Right. Even just knowing that he's in the house.
Just knowing he's still breathing.
Right. You ain't died yet? Like, yeah.
We also didn't talk about the servants. So there's servants in there that can't talk or really speak, or they're just like zombies.
They're
basically.
literally like, except for less freedom than the servants in Get Out.
Yeah.
But because the servants in Get Out were just her grandparents in that body. But sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen Get Out. I don't know what to tell you. That movie came out in 2017. It's 2023.
It's taking you so long.
Right.
But like, because they're even in that scene, like you can see like when she's crying, but also talking. Like,
right. You can see the
props
struggle.
to the actress, because that was good.
That was good.
But like, they don't even have that. They don't even have that push and pull. They're
not even there anymore.
And so, but they're like that because Howard was like controlling them.
Yeah, using the gloom.
Yeah. So, how would you rate this book? I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars.
You know, it definitely surprised me, and I love a book with a twist. So I would give it a 4.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I just like.
It was good. It was really good. It was not at all what I was expecting. Twist between Get Out and the Ruins. If you don't like plants growing, maybe just don't even visualize that part. Just be like, la da da.
We like safari.
Right. But yeah, I did like this book. It was very interesting to read. Reading it a second time, I got even more understanding
than before.
And more hate for Howard. Yeah, he's up there. Top 5 hated characters. Howard's
in
up
literary
there.
history.
Right. He beat Thanos. Well, you've made it to the end of Charmy's bookcase.
Yeah.
And the end of Retroween.
I know, I can't believe it's over. Well, you must really like the sounds of our high-pitched voices and quirky commentary.
You might as well like and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell to be notified every time we drop new content. If you want to follow our social medias, they will be linked in the description box below.
Bye!
Happy Retroween! Ooh.
Don't go into creepy houses where there's fungus everywhere.
And check candies because sometimes they put samurai swords in them.
Get away from me.